Good morning. I had to check the clock, see what time it was. Good morning, good morning. It is Trudie here with card of the day for you all. So hopefully Facebook will send out its little notice and you will come in and join me. And we're going to do card of the day today, but we're also going to have a little bit of a chat about Mercury retrograde, what it is, what happens, and some coping mechanisms for this time. So hopefully if you do see me in your newsfeed and you are joining me, please do like and share this video out. So good morning, Carolee. Great to see you here. Hopefully we'll have some more coming in too. But it's lovely to be live today. I wasn't live yesterday. I was supposed to be live, but no. So it's great to be here with you all today instead. Unfortunately, I didn't get to do the card reveal last night. I will be doing the card reveal tonight instead, so hopefully you guys will come in and join me. And if you haven't picked a card, do hop onto the page and do that. Good morning, Karen. Great to see you. So I do have a card of the day for you all, and I'm going to do that first, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about Mercury retrograde. So I'm going to be giving you a little bit of information about the energy that's around right now. Hi Jenny, hi Tracy, great to have you guys here. If you can, like and share this video out, that'd be epic. Thank you so much. Good morning, Barbara, great to see you. Fantastic. It's lovely to see so many of you coming on. I know this isn't my normal time that I do lives, but the kids are on holidays. And as I said last night, they had to clean up their mess that they made. And that's what we done this morning. So what they done, I supervise. So we had to do that first before I could get any work done in this house. So great to have you all here with me this morning. And I do have a lovely card. And it is from the Keepers of the Light deck, which I'm a little bit obsessed with at the minute. Really, really nice deck. And I'm learning so much about all these ascended masters and gods and goddesses and stuff like that. So it's really interesting. And today I have an Irish goddess for you all. It is Bridget. So Bridget is the Celtic goddess of Ireland, or she's also known as one of our patron saints. And she's beautiful energy, absolutely beautiful. And the main word that I took from the Bridget card this morning was focus. And that was just something that was on repeat really loudly in my head as I was looking at Bridget. It was all about focus. It was all about looking ahead. It was all about sticking with what you need to get done and not straying from that. And that was something that was really coming through quite clearly with this card this morning. Now, the lovely thing about Bridget is she's this bowl of flames here. And what this bowl of flames symbolizes is that Bridget can clear away from you anything that is not serving you, anything that is distracting you, anything that is pulling your energy in different directions. She can help you to clear these energetic links away to these things. So you can call on Bridget to be of help to you in whatever way that you need. She is very much about you looking ahead now. She is very much about you getting on and sticking to the path, because often or not when we start something new, something else happens and we get pulled away. And, life is busy. We all know that. We all have busy lives. And, it could be that you've all the best intentions in the world, but, things just aren't going the way you want them to. And you're being pulled in 20 different directions. But she's here to kind of remind you that you do need to stick through things. You need to stay on plan. You need to see things through to the end result. And she will help you to remove distractions and stuff like that. Just call her in, ask for that bit of help, and you will receive. So this is your beautiful card of the day. Isn't she absolutely gorgeous? Really, really beautiful, I have to say. So it's lovely to have an Irish goddess come out as well. So that is the little card of the day today. That is the message. Aileen saying this is amazing. I hope it's resonated with you. Jenny says, I've turned the boys' internet off and it'll go back on when they tidy their room. Yeah, I just took away the iPad and the TV and the whole lot until the sitting room and their bedroom was clean. So I obviously have to do the kitchen behind me, but hey ho. Absolutely, Denise. Ask her for help with whatever you need, but she's there to help you get the end result. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about Mercury retrograde. I'm not having much fun with this at the minute. Do you know or not know what Mercury retrograde is? Let me know in the comments. Hop in there and tell me if you know anything about Mercury retrograde at all. Because lots of people don't and some people do. Some people probably know more about it than me, but hopefully I'll be able to give you a little bit of help with it. You're very welcome, Aileen. Thank you so much for that. That's really nice of you. You're welcome, Carolee. Denise, you don't? Great, no problem. I'll share what I know and hopefully it will help you. Carolee does. She's saying, damn retrograde. Yeah, absolutely. It is a pain in the butt and I'm really not having much fun with it whatsoever. So let me explain what it is. Mercury, when it goes retrograde, from our vantage point, it appears that it's going backwards. It's not really. And that's, kind of neither here nor there. But what it means energetically is for the time that Mercury is in retrograde, it messes with so much stuff. It messes mostly with communication. It messes with transport and travel. It messes with electronic devices, household appliances, stuff like that. It creates havoc. And there are some times where we can sail through it and not be totally affected by it. And there are other times where we can be hit really hard with it. So I have to say this has been one of those times for me because right now I'm using like a crap phone. Because my good phone is like, I broke the screen on it last week, which was the beginning of retrograde, just around the 22nd of March is when Mercury went retrograde, but we can start to feel the effects a few days before it and for a few days after, and it's going to end on April 15th, so we still have a bit of time left in this kind of energetic mess. So yeah, I smashed the screen on my phone, and then last night something dropped on the phone and it created like an ink spill, which has now gone the whole way through the screen, so I'm back using a crap phone. But yeah, it has affected other things as well. I found that emails and messages aren't sending to people, or when you're having a conversation with somebody, they're picking up the wrong thing, and it might not be what you're saying or it might not be what you're meaning to say, but they're hearing it totally different to the way you're putting it out there, and it's creating blocks in that sense. And you'll also find, and you probably see it on your newsfeed, people saying that they've had to go replace the TV, that they'll have to replace the washing machine, the microwave, the kettle, whatever. A lot of these appliances tend to go bang during retrograde for whatever reason. And travel as well, lots of delays, lots more traffic on the road, lots more, angry drivers and people with no patience. And you're going to see trains being delayed, flights being delayed, all these kind of things start messing up. And it can be very, very hectic, and it can be very, very frustrating. And it can feel like 3 weeks of shite, basically, where you're just one thing after another, and that can be so annoying. Webcams, Carolee, absolutely. There you go. Denise is the same, sitting here in the freezing, trying to jumpstart the van and crack the screen in your phone. And Jodie's feeling very sleepy as well. That's another thing that it does. It kind of messes with our moods a lot, so we can feel totally different to how we normally feel. So yesterday was just, I had a great morning yesterday. We went to Easter egg hunting and we had great fun, and that was all well and good. But get home and all the girls did for the whole day was argue. And by the time they went to bed, I was just shattered. Not only did they argue, but they did nothing, and they sat on their arses and they refused to do anything, and they were just making their mess worse, as they went along. For two little people, I swear to God, the mess that comes with them. And by last night, I just thought, no, I can't go live. I can't bring that energy out there. I can't share that energy on the page, because it's very hard to sit there and fake a smile for 40 minutes to an hour, yourselves. And I thought, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to go on with that energy. And I, went to bed instead. And it was the best thing I did, because I woke up this morning more, okay, grand, everything's fine. Phone will be replaced. I have that in the meantime. I'm not without a phone. And I'm looking at things a little bit differently, rather than kind of being like, oh, and doing all of that. I'm kind of going, okay, what do we need to do now? And just taking everything as a, rather than I could have came live earlier, but the kids would have been in and out, and it would have, created more drama. So I said, no, let's get that done. Let's get them settled, and then I'll come live. And I'm just taking everything in the moment, rather than piling stuff on top of myself and trying to do everything and appease everybody. And it's never going to work, because I'm going to end up being a lot more frustrated and a lot more tetchy. And by the time I'd be due to come live again tonight, I'd be like, nah, not doing it. And that's one of the best ways I find to deal with retrograde, is to just take each thing in the moment, deal with it in the moment, and move on to the next thing, because you will find a lot of stuff gets piled onto your plate. People really hate retrograde because it can be such a financial drain, especially if, you know, like Denise there, the cracked screen on the phone, the van's not starting, my own self with the phone. You know, phones are not cheap to replace anymore. You all know that. You've all seen the prices of them. They're not cheap. And you can look at these things like, oh my God, this is going to take a lot of money away from XYZ. You know, that's going to put a different plan now on the long finger because I have to get these things sorted. And as I said, it affects a lot of appliances and stuff like that. So if your washing machine goes, your tumble dryer goes, your dishwasher goes, your oven goes, you know, all those kind of things, then it can be a very, very expensive phase that you're in. And you can either choose to kind of play the victim with that and do the woe is me, you know, this is really horrible and this is really going to affect everything else, and, you know, I'm going to be broke and I'm going to be this and I'm going to be that. And you can do that, and that's fine, but it's not going to get you more abundance flowing in. It's not going to get you to feel more contented with your finances. It's not going to bring any of those results that you may be hoping for. So what I would say to you is just take a step back and take a deep breath and review the situation and say, well, you know what? I mean, I looked at my phone this morning when I seen that the whole screen was full of ink, and I went, I've had this for 5 years, you know, and like me and a 5-year phone is like, wow. But I said, wow, I've had this for 5 years and it has served me so well in those 5 years. And in those 5 years, you know, I've been able to run the business from the phone. I've been able to do so much with it. And I looked at it and I went, I'm very thankful that I've had this phone for the length of time that I've had. And I looked at it and I went, you know, you've done your job. You don't owe me anything. So by rights, I should be replacing the phone by now anyway. And, you know, I kind of thanked my phone in a way for all the value that it's brought to me, and that, you know, it was a very durable phone, and I had, you know, created a lot of abundance through that phone. So I gave it its thanks and sent it on its way to phone heaven. And, you know, I'm looking at the new phone going, I'm very excited to receive you, because you're going to bring a lot of abundance into my life. You're going to open a lot of avenues and doors to me, and stuff like that. And rather than being, oh God, I have to replace the phone, and oh my God, all these hundreds of euros going out and all this stuff, you know, I'm looking at it in a different sense. And I know that might sound a little bit funny to some of you, but trust me, it works. It does work. Because when you put out those good vibes, when you put out those thankful vibes, when you put out those, you know, I'm okay with what's occurred, I'm not stressed, I'm not agitated, then the universe will send you back in some really, really good stuff, you know. So try and change your way of thinking, and try and, you know, kind of bring yourself more into a contented or happier way of dealing with situations. And trust me, it does help. Another thing I would say to you is try to avoid signing any contracts or deals or agreements, especially anything that you're going to be stuck with for a long time during retrograde season, because, as I said, communication can be very messed up, and sometimes what might look nice on the outside won't be nice when you're in the situation. So be very mindful of things like that. I would also avoid having any heavy, you know, full-on conversations with people that you love and you care about, because again, communication is messed up and it can cause heaps of arguments and miscommunications, and it can take a long time to sort out, because we're going to be in retrograde for another 2 and a bit weeks. So we really want to be mindful that we're not, you know, adding fuel to the fire right now, and that we, you know, if we can hold off, if it doesn't have to be dealt with today, then don't deal with it today, and just wait until retrograde is past and communication becomes clearer again. If you are traveling anywhere, take your time. Make sure you allow yourself plenty of time to leave. Make sure that you are checking updates on your flights or your trains or your buses, any of that stuff, because they could be delayed. You know, make sure that you've got your route planned, and keep an eye on traffic and stuff like that, because you could find that you end up you know, with a bus that's going an hour later or an hour earlier than you thought, or there could be masses of traffic and you haven't allowed for that on your route. So things like that, make sure you're on top of them. I've got to go somewhere this Sunday, and I'm hoping to go earlier than what everybody else is hoping to go, simply because I'm a bit more aware of something could get messed up here. So I'm kind of, you know, very mindful about that, and I'm not so worried about coming back, but it's getting there and being there. So things like that. If you've got appointments during this time, check your appointment times, you know, get them scheduled into the phone, onto the calendar, whatever. Check your appointment times, because again, there can be miscommunications, things can go wrong, and there's nothing worse than landing up for an appointment and you're way too early, you're there on the wrong day, or, you know, you've cleared your schedule to be there and then you find out that you're not meant to be there or something like that. It can be so frustrating, you know yourselves. So just triple check everything, and then triple check it again, because that's the way this time goes. But yeah, just in general, be kind to yourself, you know, go easy on yourself, take some space away from people, you know, don't fill your days with other people and things and stuff like that. You know, find time for you to rest and relax and meditate if you enjoy that. You know, just take a step back from the fullness of life. And it is, you know, in the great scheme of things, a short time, but when you're living it, it's a long time, and it can be a difficult time. So don't be afraid to pull back a bit and to preserve your own energy and to mind yourself more. And often enough, people get very affronted when I say things like that, because they're like, how can I do that without being rude, and I'm going to upset somebody or I'm going to offend somebody? And the truth is, you won't. I mean, everybody's feeling it, everybody's affected by it. A lot of people will understand that you need more space, or because they're going to need space too. So by cancelling plans, or by, you know, delaying things, or, you know, just saying not today, isn't going to upset anybody. So mind your own energy first, because you are important, and it does make a big difference when you feel rested and rejuvenated and all that good stuff too. Alien is being a bit more objective during this time. Good stuff, really good. Yes, I had it for 5 years, Carly. It was a Samsung S5, so I really got value for money on that phone. Oh, fingers crossed it is the cable, Emma. Hopefully you'll find another one that you can check it with. I can trade the old one in. Yeah, I'll have a look at that, but I'm not too worried about it at the moment, to be honest. So yeah, that's a little bit about Mercury retrograde. I hope it has helped you. I hope it has given you a better understanding. I'm pretty sure I've got a survival guide to Mercury retrograde. Let me just go check, because if I do, it would be a good one for you guys to get. It's free, like, obviously. I'm just logging in here and having a look. But it would be a good thing to have your hands on to, you know, find out some more information about. Let me just go in here and see, do I have one? I thought I did. Yes, I do. Let me just get a link for you guys. Where is it now? Here it is. Right. If you guys want the survival guide, as I said, it's free, and you can get your hands on it there, and that link that I've just popped into the comments. So there's a lot more information in that, and it is there for you if you do want it. I wrote it last year, so if there's dates and stuff on it, they might be a little bit outdated, but the information stays the same, so you can grab that if you do want. And yeah, other than that, there's not much more that I can kind of think of off the top of my head to tell you about Mercury retrograde. I'm not going to be doing crystal offering today. I was only telling Carolee this morning, the camera on the laptop, I hate doing crystal offering with it, because it never shows them up good. And, you know, you have to like twist it and turn it, and it's a bit of a nightmare. So I'm going to leave crystal offering off until the new phone is in. So it's due tomorrow. Hopefully it arrives tomorrow, but it might not. So we'll just take it as it comes, and I will let you guys know when crystal offering is back. My new program, The Confident Oracle, have you guys seen the ads for that? It should be popping up on your news feed. I'm really excited about that. Really, really excited, because we're going to start on April 4th. And from what we're going to be doing in there basically is we're going to be delving into card readings and how to make your card readings very clear, very concise, very informative. But how do you have that confidence? You know, how do you build that confidence? And that's something that I've become very passionate about teaching. I am too, Jodie, isn't it? Just, it's going to be so much fun. And there's a lovely group of people already signed up. Now, it's half the places are gone, and I can't make more places. I need it to be a small group so that everybody gets fair time and value from it. If I make it a big, huge group, then, you know, nobody's going to get that one-on-one experience, and that wouldn't be fair. So I'm just going to make that clear. Half the spaces are gone, and I've just popped the link to it into the comments, and I'm pinning it there for you guys. This is where we are going to get really, really clear on how to deliver really good card readings. It is for you if you've got an interest in card readings. It is for you if you want to develop your card readings more. It is for you if you want to have a business from card readings, if you want to do it on a permanent basis. It's for all of that. And I've got the wonderful and amazing Emma Holmes coming in from Rebel and Rockstars. She is doing a bonus module on there on the business of card readings. So she's going to be giving you a lot of expert advice on how to develop your card readings into a very good business module, because it's very hard, I have to say. There's a lot of noise on Facebook, there's a lot of noise on Instagram, and you have to compete with all of that, and you have to make yourself stand out. And, you know, as a card reader, that's not my skill. I don't know how to do those things. I've learned those things from Emma. So she's coming in as part of the program to offer you that and to teach you a bit more about business and the business side of things. So that's really, really exciting. But mostly we're going to build confidence, because confidence is very hard to come by and very hard to keep. And you've got this group, you've got a private members only group where you can still come back in 6 months, 8 months and chat about things that are on your radar. And basically, this program is going on for 8 weeks. So every week for 8 weeks, I'll be in there doing live calls. I'll be in there helping you one-on-one to build your confidence in your card readings, so that you can sit in front of a screen like me, or you can sit face-to-face with a person, whether it be friend, family, or client, and have a card in front of you and be able to give them the guidance that they need. So I know you all can do it. I know that everybody on this planet can read angel cards. It's not, you know, the elite few or anything like that. We all have the ability. We are all able to read angel cards, but we don't all have the confidence, and some of us won't have the want, and that's totally fine. We're not all meant to do it, but we all can if we do decide to. So I'm really excited for this program to start. I know a few of you have already signed up. Jenny, you're in there, and Jodie, you're in there, and it is open to you all, but there's only the 10 spaces left. So once they're gone, guys, and sign-ups will close on April 3rd. You know, so shout me up if you're interested. Go have a look at the page. There's more information on what we're covering in there. And if you've any questions at all, I will be happy to answer them. Emma, I know you're asking if I could do it again this year. I'm not sure. I really am not sure. And I'm not being vague about that. But I've kind of, you know, with the passing of my nanny there 2 weeks ago, I know that for the next 8 weeks, I'm here and I'm at home, and that nothing's going to kind of crop up that's unexpected. But after that, I'm not so sure, because things will be changing and whatnot. But I will come back to you if I do decide to launch it again. And in fact, if you want to drop me a message today, and we'll figure out if there's something that I can do for you, then do that, please, and we'll work it out. So I am super excited about it. I can't wait. I really can't wait. I love helping people. I really love helping people, and I love helping people be their best selves, and I like to see people do well. So, you know, if you join it, you are going to get me helping you. Like, there's no avoiding it. I am going to help you, and I'm going to make sure that you are delivering really class card readings to the right people, and that you are getting that message out there, and that you are, you know, doing well for yourself, because that's important. It is important. So I'm really, really excited about it. So I'm going to leave you all there. I've took up a lot of your time this morning, 24 minutes. I hope that you're all well. hope that you're all having a good week so far, and I hope that you've got some lovely stuff planned or ahead of you. And if I can help you with anything, don't be afraid to shoot me a message. If you are interested in Confident Oracle, as I said, the link is there in the comments, and that free guide to Mercury retrograde is also there in the comments as well. And aside from that, I'm going to let you all go now. Have an amazing day, and I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye.